Welcome, friends, to the Gaijin Animation Appreciation Hour with your hosts, Sig Bisley and Colt Mauser. Before we get started, please be sure to like this video and subscribe for more content just like this. Now, let the animation appreciation commence.
It's that time of the week again, where we waste another hour of your ever-dwindling time on this wretched ball of dirt.
Jesus fuck, man. How many black pills you gotta give people in the first, 5 seconds?
It's been a hard week, man.
I ain't even right.
I'm just saying.
Well, it's a glorious day.
Is it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's another glorious day in the core.
Ah, man.
Every meal a
Reformation
banquet.
break.
That's right.
If you haven't watched Aliens recently, go do it.
Yeah, go do it again. And watch the extended version because it's cool and it's got the drone gun scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Badass.
Yeah, it's like a funny thing they cut out. It's so cool.
I always remembered it because it was on TV when I was a kid,
I just love the ammo countdown.
but not on the actual version. Oh, yeah.
So cool.
Such a good movie.
Anyway, Neo Tokyo is fucking bizarre. So we're going to talk about that.
Yep.
We got question of the week.
Yep.
We got I caught up on stuff. So we got
Some recent watches.
recent watches of the week, episodes of the week.
We got Shield Hero. We caught up on Legend of Galactic Heroes.
And if we got time, I caught up on I finally hammered through the first season of 86. And it's fucking savage.
Okay.
If not, we'll do it next week.
We can watch the Interrogator or talk about the Interrogator too because we watched that the first episode.
Oh yeah, that was actually way better than I thought it was going to be.
It really was.
Anyway, fucking action-packed episode. But first, the news.
The news. The news is less action-packed, but
No news is good
in the
news.
first one, I don't know if Tofu Delivery lives forever, but I'll tell you what lives forever, Eurobeat. Because the successor to Initial D, MF Ghost, just revealed its staff. There's a website up. Go check it out. It is the successor to Initial D.
Everybody loves Initial D, man.
Driving a
Fucking super drifto.
a Toyota 86, one of the newer ones. Main character looks exactly like he's the time of Initial D. Look, it's just Initial D again, all right? You love it.
I'm
love
fucking
it.
in. Sign me up. Hook it to my veins.
MF Ghost. So, yeah, there's a manga out already. I don't know if you can get it in English, but they're doing an anime for it. Looks pretty cool. And Eurobeat Intensifies.
Meme forever.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So, Bean Bandit.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
we have to do.
That's on the list in the next 2 or 3, probably.
Yeah, that and Gunsmith Cats, the original OVA. For sure we have to do.
It's in the queue.
Yeah, so they did that Kickstarter campaign for Bean Bandit last year, I want to say. It might have been the year before. Oh, no, God, Jesus, it was 2018.
Oh, my God.
My brain, it's terrible.
When you have to skip 2 years, it makes everything seem less far away.
Yeah, it does. To do more Bean Bandit, but you got episode 0 coming out. You get the Blu-ray disc coming out. Man, get you some Bean Bandit is all I got to say. Get you some Riding Bean.
You go get you some.
Because Riding Bean is fucking awesome. And we'll tell you how awesome it is in a few weeks.
We'll do it next week. I really got nothing ahead of it that I care about.
Regardless, episode 0 is floating around out there with English subs. It was to subscribers. I'm sure it has gone to people that aren't subscribers.
I'm sure it's leaked out somewhere.
But check it out then, or check it out whenever I'm sure it'll be on the Blu-ray when it comes out. Check that shit out. It's I don't know. It's Riding Bean, man. I don't know what else to say.
Fucking crushing walnuts.
Yeah, well, not a moose crushing walnuts.
The moose.
That's Mini Moose, and he's been there. Different moose. Anyway, I don't know. That guy was obsessed with mooses, mises. Moving on from weird, obscure Invader Zim references.
I think it's just moose. I think it's one moose. It's many moose.
Whatever. This isn't an English.
Or it's mini moose.
This isn't an English class podcast.
Just saying.
All right.
Just put it out there.
Break Blade.
Oh, yeah.
The manga is ending.
Oh, nice.
Chapter.
They're finally going to fucking finish it.
So 103 chapters.
The fucking movies are real good.
Yeah, I'm hoping they finish it because I want to check it out for sure.
It's my favorite trope of everybody has magical powers to control their mechs, but this one guy doesn't have any, so he has to power the nuclear-powered death machine, which is awesome. That has a broken antenna. It's not really a blade, it's an antenna.
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know how the manga fits in. I don't know how any of this stuff fits together. I don't know if it's an adaptation. I don't know if it's the original. I have no idea.
Well, it's like the last...
I thought the original was light novels, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. But the last episode just stopped.
Yeah. That's
at a random point, and I've been hoping they would continue it.
Well, hopefully this is a good sign.
I'm hoping I live long enough to see the rest.
All right, moving on from Broken Blade, Break Blade, whatever you want to call it.
I like Break Blade. It sounds cooler.
It does sound cooler. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, man, making lots of money. Making lots of money. It's made over $300 million worldwide.
It's good, wholesome family entertainment.
I don't know that I've ever seen any studio, director, team, whatever, rewarded more than the Sonic team for, like, actually taking all the criticism to heart.
Wait, people hate this. Let's fix it.
Changing it and making money, and then surviving the weird canceling thing on the second one for, I guess, because they gave people what they wanted the first time, and how dare you?
There's no trannies involved, so instant cancellation.
You're also not wrong. It's a shame that Sonic wasn't trans, man. Sorry. I mean, I'm just calling me. He ain't got anything going on down there.
Yeah.
So unless you're reading some of that weird hentai, don't read that weird hentai. Do not be like Chris Chan. Do not be like Chris Chan.
I don't want hedgehog hentai. Sorry, I just don't. Not my thing.
I don't want hedgehog hentai about my hedgehog. All right? See what I'm saying?
Sure.
See what I'm saying?
Sure.
All right. Anyway, it's crushing it, making more money. It's just good to see when, again, a creative team that actually listened to fans, and a studio that actually listened to fans, change stuff. They're still being rewarded.
Fucking Jim Carrey tears it up, too.
Jim Carrey.
When you give him a role like that to sink his teeth in, no one's better.
Oh, he loves being.
Loves that shit.
Man, the Riddler. Come on. Not a great Batman movie.
But an awesome fucking Riddler.
An awesome fucking Riddler.
Riddle me this, Batman.
So cheesy.
Always my favorite Batman villain. Always had a soft spot for the Riddler.
How could you not? He's the fucking Riddler. All right, so another news, and I think we talked about this maybe last week before. Well, not the week before. You know what I mean. One of the last couple episodes, but they are indeed. Bandai is making a giant new factory to do Bandai Spirit stuff.
Nice.
Because they need more capacity, because Gunpla, if you haven't noticed, is sold out all over the fucking place all the time.
Oh, yeah, you can't get it anywhere.
It's really hard to get. Like, a lot of people got into it, I think, because they were stuck at home, and now they crave that stuff.
It's like the perfect pandemic hobby.
Well, plus when you had, like, what's his name? Not stupid Adam Sessler. I hate that guy. The dude from Mythbusters.
Oh, Adam Savage.
Adam Savage.
Yeah, like building
on his channel. Yeah, building the goddamn perfect grade. Like, that goes a long way, because, I mean, that guy's, there's millions of views on that video. So I think a lot of people got into that hobby.
He's what Henry Cavill does for Warhammer, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, they're building a huge 14,895 square meters.
That's really fucking big. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's huge. And they're supposed to launch, it's supposed to open in 2024. But yeah, it's cool. I'm into it.
It's like 60,000 square feet or something. It's fucking massive.
It's enormous. It is enormous.
I'm sorry if my math is off, but it should be close to that.
Hey. All I know is it's good to see Bandai doing well. They make the best model kits in the world. Bar none. I will hear nothing different.
They put fucking Games Workshop to shame.
Yeah, Games Workshop makes the best minis in the world. That's a hotter take, but I do think they do.
Probably, yeah.
But at least from a ease of assembly and painting standpoint.
Plastic minis.
While still looking
their
good.
resin stuff is shit.
Their resin stuff is absolute garbage. You're 100% right. Their resin stuff is trash. Games Workshop, get your shit together, because your plastic stuff is like the best and your resin stuff is hyper trash.
There's like literally garage kit guys that like do better resin stuff.
Hey, it's still better than what the fuck was that other game? War Machine, where it was like, this one model has resin and they're really shitty. I hated the plastic they used. Resin and plastic
and metal
and the seam lines would go down the faces of everything. And just, yeah, they deserve what they got. Anyway, moving on.
I digress.
So, yeah. We're going to get an awesome manga miniseries about Captain Ahab and Moby Dick.
Oh, yes.
And the promo image looks metal as fuck. The whale looks like the most terrifying like Evangelion villain you've ever seen.
Oh, you know what you got to do? You got to use like Leviathan as the soundtrack.
You should. So this is from Tetsuya Saruwatari. And he was the artist for the Ricky O manga.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Wait, what? Which was adapted into 2 original OVAs. There's Ricky O OVAs.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've never.
We got to track those down.
Now, but I'll look for them now.
We got to track those down. They were before the live action film. The live action film was fucking great. He did a Dog Soldier manga. Not a lot of stuff that I've seen. Yeah, I don't know. Regardless, the promo image looks metal. The subject material is cool, and I'd much rather read a 3-chapter or 3-volume manga than the entire book because the book's really long.
Oh my god, it's so boring.
It's kind of boring. It's one of the absolute classics, but it's kind of boring.
He puts Lovecraft to shame for just like jamming as many words into like a sentence as possible.
He's like if you jammed Lovecraft together with like Stephen King, where Stephen King would just explain like
yes,
Stephen King. Ugh.
I was just rereading
Great plots.
The Case of Charles Dexter Ward.
Mm-hmm.
My God, he goes on pages for like this like very simple plot point, and it's like interesting. Like it's very like it seems like it should be there. It's a very like kind of a conversational tone almost, but it's just fucking get on with it. Like it's funny that him and Robert E. Howard were friends because Robert E. Howard's the exact opposite.
Exact opposite.
He gets so much fucking action and like everything into like a paragraph.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
He's concise.
Super concise.
Being concise is a lot harder.
And he's amazingly good at just describing action.
Yes.
In like very few words.
And making it very easy to follow. You don't have to like go reread it to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, no, very simple.
Yeah. Very good.
I wish I could write that good.
All right, so in more kind of interesting manga news. So Satoru Noda, the mangaka for Golden Kamuy,
Yep,
is going to relaunch his Supi. Oh God! All right, I'm gonna try this. Supi Namarara ice hockey manga
nice.
that he like apparently did back in like 2011, 2012. He's relaunching it, man. I don't know if he's gonna like continue it or do it over or what, but
There was like an ice hockey anime like last season before. I don't remember.
oh, that's 2018. April 2018. Apparently they adapted it.
Oh, so that was probably it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So there you go. I mean, how many ice hockey related manga anime could there be?
That's what I'm saying.
Ice hockey's not a huge. It's not like it's baseball or soccer or something where there's or tennis where there's a million of them.
It's true. Prince of Tennis.
Pretty cool. Oh, they did a bunch of seasons too. Yeah. So it was Holy shit! They're doing a 4th season in October. Apparently, it's a really goddamn popular anime.
Who knew? I know one of the last few like seasons it popped up because when I was going through the list, I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat.
Regardless, he's relaunching the manga. Kind of cool. Kind of a cool thing to do after Golden Kamuy's done, which makes me a little sad because I do love Golden Kamuy. But
I know. I would rather it like burn hot and be done than just like.
I agree.
I don't want them going past the source material. I fucking hate that.
Nah, and it'll be enough. Like a good 50, 60 episode series.
Yeah, I think it's like probably 3 seasons worth.
It's like perfect, right? I don't know how much of they have left, but
yeah, it could only be half done. I don't know.
All right, so moving on. So Anno has won an award, Japan's medal with purple ribbon.
Ooh.
It is not for cost control at all. It is just for being as awesome as Anno is. He's an individual who has contributed to academic and artistic developments, improvements, and accomplishments.
Fair enough.
So,
I mean, I can't really argue with that.
Anno's winning awards. I don't know how prestigious this one is, but still cool. I mean, Leiji Matsumoto won it. I mean, that's good company. Yeah. He's winning awards. Go watch his stuff. Go watch Gunbuster.
God, I love Matsumoto. It's so crazy.
Go watch...
such a crazy World War II mark.
Yeah, go watch Evangelion, obviously. Well, or watch the reboot, or I don't know. I don't know what to tell you to watch for Evangelion. I'd say just watch the new movies.
I would say watch the new movies. There's nothing in the old one that isn't done better in the new movies.
I agree. Moving on. Not enough pen.
That's true.
Almost non-existent.
Pen did get his screen time cut.
Yeah, such a shame. All right, so good news for all you weeaboos out there.
Good news.
Looking to travel to glorious Nippon. It looks like finally, sometime in June, they're actually going to start really letting tourists in. I think they've realized that, oh shit, our economy relies on tourists.
It's true.
Not primarily, but a lot. And perhaps we should let people in again. So right now, you have to have like a work visa and be sponsored, and it's just a pain in the ass.
Sponsor.
But it looks like they're actually going to start letting people back in. So
Fair enough.
if you're looking to plan that trip to glorious Nippon, now's the time.
Now's your chance.
Or maybe wait till next year and wait to see if it really blows over, because I'm still paranoid. But
Yeah, I don't want to like go somewhere and get stuck there.
or you book the
weird
trip,
shit.
6 months out, and then it gets canceled or everything's restricted, so you're just like, oh, I'm stuck in my hotel room.
Well,
This
how
is
many
lame.
times was it? Oh, it's over. Oh wait, no, they're gonna drag it out some more. Oh wait, it's over. No, they're gonna drag it out some more. That went on for 2 years, so you never know.
You do never know. Anyway, with that little bit of news, that's the news.
News is over. Okay, this week's episodes. I caught up on Black Rock Shooter.
Okay, yeah, I was curious about that.
Dawnfall, if you will. It's basically at the end of regular Black Rock Shooter, like the first season. They failed. AI fucking nanobots took over the world.
Well, that's awful.
Everything's shit. Empress got her ass kicked. And now she's back. And she doesn't have any memories.
Oh,
And
amnesia in an anime?
and all her like
Wait, no. Stop.
No, I'm serious.
Amnesia? No,
I
you
swear
can't
to
be
God.
serious.
I swear to
There's
God. I'm serious.
there's amnesia.
I swear to
In
God.
it-
Not even kidding.
I don't possibly believe it. Anyway,
I know.
Sorry. Please continue
It's,
while my mind is blown.
But anyway, all her superpowered lolly squad also has amnesia, I guess.
Hold up. A superpowered lolly squad and amnesia?
Yep.
No.
In one show, believe it or not.
No
I
way.
swear to God.
No way.
It's a real thing.
If you tell me there's tentacles next, I'm going to be very confused.
Not yet.
No, not soon.
Soon. It's coming. Oh, there's a weird robot, like he's an automaton that just rapes chicks.
Oh.
He's got like a robo dick. They don't show it, but they
That's,
show him like closing his robo dick pouch. It's super fucking creepy.
That's really
He
creepy.
basically just kidnaps girls, and he's looking for like the perfect wife, so he just rapes them to death, I guess. I mean, that's what I assume he's doing. Because like he's putting his like
It's very Gona guy of them.
he's closing his dick pouch, and they're like dead.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, that's a thing.
So Empress is trying to like obviously. Oh, and there's they added this like weird human resistance, like all these like guerrilla
Resistiments?
fighters,
Yep.
right? Did I mangle resistance?
You did. Sorry.
Sorry. Lost track. Oh, resistance fighters, and like there's this weird, like he's not really weird, but this like hilarious, like grumpy old man, like freedom fighter that's like on Empress's like crew now. Some chick they meet up with.
With the lollies.
Yeah, this chick they meet up with is like, she's like a engineer or something. She just wants to study Empress, and she's, I don't know, creepy.
Quote, study.
Yeah, like in the, what's the opposite of yaoi? Yuri. In the Yuri sense of the word.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's like halfway between a lolly and a regular chick. Not that anybody cares. But
Oh, Japan.
yeah.
Never
You
change.
got to get specific.
Never
But
change.
anyway, it's like soundtrack is super metal. It's got that gritty post-apocalyptic Mad Max vibe.
Wait. Hold on. A Mad Max vibe in an anime?
Just like the original.
In the apocalypse? No.
Mm-hmm.
No one's done that before. I mean, Fist of the North Star, maybe. And, every goddamn thing that takes place in the future. Oh,
Yes,
I'm sorry.
it's extremely derivative, but it presses all the right buttons.
Yeah,
So.
fair enough.
I have enjoyed the first 4 episodes.
Okay.
Emperor's trying to get her memories back. She's trying to save all these girls from getting violated by Robodon.
You had me with Rape Robot.
And then, what was the other thing?
Also a very novel concept that I'm sure has never been done before.
Robodong.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably right. Anyway, I have not caught up on The Executioner and Her Way of Life because I just haven't turned the TV on.
So we did catch up with Shield Hero.
Yep.
Another episode, still dealing with the Spirit Tortoise.
Yep.
In Ost Horai. Who's obviously the Spirit Tortoise.
I mean, you cut the Spirit Tortoise's head off and it doesn't die. So I mean,
you cut its head off and you blew up its heart and it's still not enough.
That's what I'm saying.
And they got to deal with that jerk from another world.
Oh my God, he's so generic.
The show is getting a little generic for me. I'm a little worried because like the first season I thought was novel and pretty good, and this one's feeling a little generic. Mm-hmm. I gotta say I'm not as impressed this season. I'm not gonna not watch it. I'll still watch it.
I'm glad they did something different, but it's like
it's feeling a little generic.
Kind of a side story. Feels more like a side story.
Yeah, and that may be it. It may just be a weak arc.
Which brings me to Tiger and Bunny, which feels like a side story.
Oh, the whole thing feels like a side story. We're still not quite at the end. Still a couple episodes left.
I wouldn't call it a second season. It's just like it's like the first half of it is all character building. It's just
the
like
first 2/3, yeah.
Yeah, like buddy teams. Everybody's got to learn to work together. Blah 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 blah.
And each one focuses on one team.
Yeah,
so you get
and
all
backstory. I'm not knocking it. They're good episodes, but they spend most of the series doing that.
Yeah, it's not.
And then they kind of set up.
It's not really a true sequel, I don't think. It
doesn't
feel
they
that
kind
way. I mean, it takes place afterwards, but it's a different kind of show.
They kind of they set up these like weak sauce villains at the end, just to like kind of have a.
Yeah, you gotta have something for the people to fight at the end.
They got a climax.
Some stakes, but
climax.
Whoa.
Where's Momotaro's?
So yeah, I'm sure the end will be everybody comes together because they like figured out all their foibles.
That's what I would do if I was writing it.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious, but you know it's been entertaining. You know, I still recommend it. It's still good. If you like the first season, definitely watch this one, but don't expect it to be as good as the first season.
I have zero complaints.
But we'll see. We got to, still got to see the last few episodes.
True.
And then what else? Warhammer Plus. So not much left on there. We kind of mined it all out. There's the one bitch that I think is very legitimate. People have is that they should have kind of stockpiled the content before they rolled it out.
Yeah, I wouldn't have rolled it out like as early.
But and plus their lore stuff it's okay, but there's people on YouTube that do better lore stuff. So
yeah, that's true.
But this was the Interrogator. So an Interrogator. Okay, I'm not going to explain all Warhammer, but vast human empire spanning the galaxy, beset on all sides by demons and aliens of various types, and they're all assholes. Humanity hates them. So you have Inquisitors. And Inquisitors deal with aliens. They deal with heretics that are like going to go to chaos, the evil religion. And they go to deal with demons, right? Depending on which order they're in. Then there's weird other orders that do like time and other bullshit, but doesn't matter. Those are the three main ones. Inquisitors are cool. Like, if I tell anybody to, like, get into Warhammer, read the Eisenhorn series from Dan Abnett. That he wrote a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy. That Guardians of the Galaxy movie, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie that everybody likes, yeah, that is mostly based on Dan Abnett's run, and he even has, like, a sub-writing credit in it because he probably wrote the first damn draft of the script. Because it's very James Gunn. It's like him and James Gunn wrote that movie. Yeah. And James Gunn's brother there because he writes a lot of stuff, too. But regardless, Dan Abnett's great. If you don't know about Dan Abnett, he writes great shit. Like, even if you're not into
one of my favorite writers ever.
He's phenomenal. He's like the modern day Robert E. Howard.
Oh, easily
in that regard. Like his writing even feels a little bit similar. Regardless, so this is about not Inquisitors. So there's Inquisitors, right? Who are the they're not super powered humans, but they're super powerful, like politically and they have retinues. Like, so an Inquisitor always has a bunch of crazy, weird, random assholes around them. Sometimes they have a space marine with them. They'll have
Inquisitors basically have unlimited authority.
Yes.
To get their jobs done.
Yes.
So they have a lot of money.
They break a lot of rules.
And they have like a whole team of assholes to like do business.
And crazy, like all sorts of weird shit. Like different Inquisitors just have like, how the fuck you got that? Like, one guy had an Eldar. Like, it doesn't even make any sense.
Oh, yeah, like
Space
a random,
elf.
like, Space Marine. Like, where did you even get that?
Yeah, where do you even find this? So, it's kind of cool. So, this is not about Inquisitors. This show is about an Interrogator.
Which is, like, second in command.
Second in command, exactly. Like, basically, Inquisitor in training. But it's very noir. It's got a cool black and white style.
I really love the noir vibe.
Yeah, the noir vibe is great. And the guy's, down on his luck. Drinking whiskey, his Inquisitor is dead. Well, it implies his Inquisitor is dead.
Yeah.
Seems like there's going to be a thing with that. So he's kind of just like doing whatever he can to make some money and, deal with gangers and other assholes in the super future. And the first episode's just good. It's him like kind of being full of PTSD from dealing with all the horrible shit he had to deal with. Like,
drink a lot, take a lot of pills.
Oh, look, children, I'll save them. Oh, no, they're horrible demon children. I guess I got to murder them, and it's horrific. Like,
it's true.
It's just bad. And then,
it's not
gang members messing with him, even when he's at his like almost worst, is not a good idea because he's in the Inquisitor's retinue. Like, you don't do that.
Yeah, he's a fucking terror.
He's a fucking terror. And at the end, they have a good setup for whatever's coming next because one of the guys that it implies it's one of the guys who was also in the same retinue for that Inquisitor.
Yeah,
but it could just be his friend. It's hard to tell.
No, they heavily implied that like they were
someone
same,
else comes and like slaps him back into sense like, hey, something's going on, man. We got to go do something about it. So we'll definitely be watching more as it comes out because it's pretty cool.
I was entertained.
But yeah, I mean, stuff on Warhammer Plus isn't terrible. It's just, there's not a lot of it. And I wish they would have spent a little bit more money on animation on some of them, especially Hammer and Bolter.
Hammer and Bolter, they definitely did the cheapest.
This one has a good enough style that even though the animation's not great, the style of it makes up for it.
Some of the studios they use are really good at like making a lot out of nothing.
Well, it's like Angels of Death. Angels of Death is probably the most full series they have.
Yes.
And Angels of Death is great because the studio, they knew that their CG wasn't the best. I mean, it's a CG, it's CG animation, like Star Wars, Rebels, and that kind of stuff, right? They knew it's not the best, so they just styled it out, and it's just so awesome with all the red and black.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Really cool. Like they did an excellent job using, again, art direction. This is why people look at some modern CG and go, why does that not look as good as like Jurassic Park, and it's or Lord of the Rings or something? It's because the art direction on those was so much better that it hides the flaws in the CG.
Yep.
Whereas some of the modern stuff, it's just soulless, and they just did CG to do CG. The art direction's garbage, and it looks like shit.
Very true.
Right. So, I thought it was pretty good. Again, I would go find it somewhere. I wouldn't recommend Warhammer Plus unless you really want one of the models. I think it is only worth the money if you really want one of the models that you can get.
It's true.
Because then the model itself is going to cost you damn near that much. So it's like you're basically getting it for free.
It's true.
But yeah, unless you want the model and are going to play the game, I wouldn't recommend it. But I would recommend seeking out some of the stuff. I wish they made it available otherwise. Without, yar to tar.
Exactly.
Anyway, that's all for recent watches.
Yep.
I think it's time for Interrogation of the Week.
Interrogation of the Week.
Keeping a theme here.
So I was thinking, as I do, when I'm doing some boring fucking job.
Fucking scary. Fucking terrifying.
What are your favorite character archetypes? Give me like 2 of your favorite character archetypes and some examples, and then 2 of your least favorite character archetypes. Anime specific too, because it's very different.
Yeah. Well, there are some specific quirky ones in it. Anime has a lot of the standard ones,
and you don't have to like give them names.
No.
Like,
listen, I'm not going to get into Jungian archetypes here.
Yeah.
Yeah, anime has a lot of the standard ones, but they also have a lot of other ones. I'm going to start with one I hate because it was the first thing that popped in my brain. I hate the know-it-all, annoying little kid.
I fucking knew you were gonna say that. That was like my first one, like the overpowered little girl that's like super arrogant.
Yeah, or even like not L, but the second part of Death Note, that stupid kid.
Like
I hate that kid too. So it doesn't most of the time it is a little girl, but like it doesn't matter. Gender in this case don't matter. The annoying, overpowered little kid. Like, you haven't earned shit. You're a stupid little kid.
Petulant child, yes.
Really, really fucking annoying.
If we're going to pick nits, if we're going to start with that, the fucking guy who has like 6,000 plans ahead that like knows everything that's ever going to happen and you like is undefeatable.
Not Majestic Prince. What was that other show?
I think we're talking about Valvrave again.
Valvrave.
It was like,
that fucking guy was so annoying.
I can sit there and go through that show and it's like it's got every archetype I hate.
Like, all right, fucking Zinch, calm the fuck down.
Right?
Jesus.
It's like, this is stupid. Like, no one can fucking plan ahead and like know all these variables. It's just fucking dumb. I don't mind characters that are like, I'm gonna do it. Lupin the Third. I know I beat it.
Yeah, it's fun.
But where he's just like, at the end, he's just like, ha ha, I figured you were going to do that. And it's like, maybe 2 steps ahead. You know what I mean?
And it's always earned. Like, Lupin's usually a mess at the end. Bad shit's happened. Plus, he's like been around for forever, so he's earned it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know, he's like a cagey old veteran.
He gets in dire straits all the time. Like, it feels earned. It doesn't feel earned with the little kid character.
Yes.
It can. Like Toph in Avatar, it feels earned. Like, oh, you were fucking blind? That's awful. And then she's not just super powerful, ridiculous. Like, she still gets her ass kicked on occasion. Like,
and it's like endless practice because she has to use earthbending to fucking see.
and they show her doing the endless practice. Like, that shit is earned. And that's why people love Toph as a character, right? Because Toph is a good character. But yeah, anime fucks that up a lot where they don't, there's no earning. Like Gohan, like Goku's kid, obviously, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that was a little more earned. It's like, okay, he's fucking earned it. He was a little kid and he was like training with Piccolo and fighting fucking Saiyans,
Yeah, right.
like fighting Frieza. Like, it's all bullshit.
Yeah, it's
like, at least that feels earned.
that's getting thrown into the fire.
But freaking, you know, again, that stupid kid in Death Note, like, annoying.
Super annoying. Speaking of things earned, I'll give you one I like. Like the average guy who just has to work wicked fucking hard to keep up with people who have natural talent.
Well, yeah,
I.e.
that's
like
the everyman archetype.
yeah,
man.
like Asta.
And we'll get Jungian on it.
Fucking Deku. You know, there's a million of them. That's one of my faves, though.
So I'll play off of that because I don't think this archetype is used often enough. But the archetype of the character who has a specific power that just cancels out everybody else's power, who's not powerful himself, the Toma, right?
Yeah, the Toma.
But Asta's very much that way too, but like
a
Toma.
certain magical index.
Certain magical index.
Yeah.
Like, just to be the one guy, and I always love it because he's the one guy who like, oh God, it's Accelerator. He's the worst terror. And he just like punches him in the face. Fuck you. Actually, beats him every time he fights him.
Really does.
You figure Accelerator would learn his lesson.
It's a hard power to counter. Like, I just nullify all powers.
Well, I mean, granted, once you got to like the newer stuff, because they just did the World War III arc, which they did as good a job as you could condensing it into a season. It really needed to be more because I don't even know what half the people were in that, but it was still good as fuck.
There's just so many fucking
many factions and stuff
to keep track of. It's hard.
Yeah. But it was cool at the end. But by the end, he's kind of a terror because he's got like dragon arm and like, okay, whatever. But original baseline Toma, much like Asta with like the demon swords. Yeah.
Yeah.
To play off of that, I do like that. Yeah. And I'll go one more that I think is similar and related. Even when they're a villain, I love the character that doesn't have the magic powers, but has just worked hard enough and is skilled enough. I think that's basically what you already said. But I even like a Yazan, right? Some creep who's just so goddamn good he can roll with people who have powers.
But that's what I was talking about with before with Breakblade. How he's like the only guy on that planet that can't manipulate quartz or whatever the fuck they use to power those mechs. So they just give him the nuclear powered death machine. He fucking like houses everybody. I think my ultimate favorite though, because I am a child, is definitely the like shonen ultra badass where they like just cannot. They're like fucking Kenshiro. It's just like, you're not gonna defeat Kenshiro. Just stop. Like the villain always comes out super hot, like ha 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 ha. I have a counter to fucking Hokuto Shinken, blah 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 blah. He's just like
Kenshin says it every time. Hokuto Shinken is invincible.
Yes.
Someone should fucking pay attention. Like one time, that'd be a good joke, like meme. Like one time, I want guy to be like, "Oh shit, is it? Is it really?"
And everybody's like, "Yep." It's like, okay,
yeah, like everyone. It's like, oh, all right, I'll fuck off now, because no one believes him.
Or Guts. I mean, same thing. Just like you can't.
Guts, we're not talking about earned. Guts earns everything.
Guts
Jesus
gets
Christ.
like way more whooped on than Kenshiro does, though. Kenshiro gets his ass kicked, but it's never that bad.
He never like even when Kenshiro like something bad happens, just like Hokuto Shinken is invincible. Fuck you.
He like fucking shoot. He like pushes bullets out of his chest.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. He's ridiculous.
I love it though. And like there's no suspense. It's
All
like
right.
you know he's not gonna lose, but I just don't care.
So what's another one?
Fucking love that shit.
Man, the first time he fights Rao shits his pants and runs away.
Oh, you know what I love?
Like, how did they make that work?
You know what I love? I just remembered it because I had a whole list of these, but I forgot to write it down. I love the Columbo, like the Captain Tyler.
Oh hell yeah!
They
Captain
don't do that nearly enough.
Jumanji, the
Yes,
guy from
exactly the guy from Razafon.
Razafon.
That's like God, that has to be like my top 3.
That's a
favorite
good one.
archetypes. Because they're always like, what are you talking about? I don't know. Like, do. And they know everything. Know everything that's going on, like super sneaky. Tyler's a little different, though, because he's just like the actual Columbo where he's like, I'm a bumbling jackass. And you never really know if he knows what he's doing or is just super lucky. That's a good show. I always forget that exists.
I have the Blu-rays, so.
Oh, yeah, you kickstarted it.
Yeah, I did. I have the Blu-ray and the giant book and all the other shit that came with it.
Good rewatch, man.
Oh, hell yeah. Irresponsible Captain Tyler's bomb. All right, so what's another one you don't like?
It's a good question. Least favorite. What's his face from Seed? He's just kind of the cocky know-it-all.
Kara? Yeah, that's kind of like an offshoot. I'm not saying it's not different, but it's kind of like an offshoot of the cocky kid.
Yeah.
It's the unearned. It's the Mary Sue.
Yeah, it's true.
Or the Gary
it's
Stu,
just
right? Like
kind of like Gary Stu.
Like the only Mary Sue I even liked in a series, I think, was what's his face from the first season.
I know exactly.
Of Sword Art.
Yeah.
I liked him. I liked him in the Kirito. I liked him in the first season.
He wasn't cocky.
I think that's what it was. He was really good, but he wasn't cocky about it. Later on, it just got too much because he was too Mary Sue. But like,
yeah, it's like, is this even a show anymore?
Yeah, like Kira. Amuro, he is not. Good God, what a shitty stand-in for Amuro.
He's such an asshole. Like he was just always like wicked smug and like, man, fuck you. Like, you're not that special. Yeah. You can type hard typer.
Yeah. Oh, what's another archetype I hate? I don't like the ridiculously impossible to do anything to for no reason pretty boy.
Oh yeah, it's a good one too.
I
can think of like tons of those.
But it's just like, why are you powerful again? Like, what's this bullshit? This is just horseshit. You're full of hacks and teleporting and garbage. Like,
yeah, it's always teleporting.
It's just annoying. Like, don't likes it.
It's true.
I don't likes it. I'm trying to think of a good example of one. I can't off the top of my head. I can't. But I've seen it in many an anime, and I do not like it.
I think you can't think of one because it's like one in every single anime.
Every shonen has one at some point.
It's like the most generic archetype.
Yeah, I mean, every shonen has one. Shonen anime has one at some point. I just don't. I'm not a fan.
Oh, you know what I love? See, I'm not coming up with a ton I hate. Most of the ones I love. I love the fucking like super over the top manly guy. That critiques everyone's manliness and like is super into it.
The Rock Bison.
Yes, exactly. Or fucking who's that? The guy in Jujutsu Kaisen was awesome.
Oh my God!
Like, you're my best friend.
You're my best friend ever. I can't remember his name.
So fucking good.
That guy is the best.
I just love that archetype. Like mad stoic. You know, like just
except about like that.
Except that fucking
that one pop idol or whatever that he's into.
He's like super into. I don't know. That's like a good character.
Oh, that guy's hilarious. No, I really like that. I really like that one too. What's another good archetype? I need one more good one because I've said two bad ones at least. I need one more good one. I kind of like this one's kind of cruel, I think, but I kind of like the like early teens kid who like has to go through some horrific shit and like powers through it and can like do work. Like half the kids in fucking Vifam.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
They're awesome.
Uso.
And I was gonna say Uso. Like, oh my! I have not held my mother's severed head in a helmet in my hand.
Yeah.
Still the most horrific thing when he drops is like, oh God, why is it? Because people thought it was just the helmet. Like, no.
Helmets don't thud.
But yeah, Uso's just a great. I love Uso.
Yeah,
Uso is the only thing that makes me like Victory.
I know it's such a crap, weird series.
It's such a straight. The mech designs are really cool too, but Uso is fucking awesome.
Yes, one of the best Gundam pilots, I'd say.
I also
least autistic.
I'll give one more. This is a niche one. I have a soft spot for fake Chars. Some of them are bad, some of them are good. But like Harry Ord is fucking awesome.
Yes, Harry Ord's a good one.
Universe. Why he says universe, I don't know. But Harry Ord is based.
It's fucking good.
Chronicle is just kind of sad Chronicle Asher.
Yeah, he really is.
He's just kind of sad. I don't dislike him. He's actually kind of a bro, but he's...
You're a sack.
Zex is actually pretty cool in Wing.
Yes.
I love... Fucking Rod LaCrusade. He should have fucking won at the end of goddamn...
I know, like...
Seed. He had the coolest mobile suit, man.
It's one of those weird shows where, like, the villain is better than...
Providence was... Well, after they killed Mu, but he wasn't dead, but whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. That's another one. I love a fake Char. That's a...
Yeah, I mean,
that's a niche, but I do like that.
You could expand on that, just like, masked villain.
Yeah,
like
Iron Mask. Iron Mask is an interesting villain. I don't love him, but he was pretty interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so many like just masked guys in anime.
Yeah,
basically.
Anyway, that's what I got.
Yeah, I just want to go through a little bit.
I like that. That was a good one.
Anyway, what do we got? Perfect. I'm gonna go off on 86 for a minute.
Okay.
It's like Hunger Games tier Savage. I did not expect it. Like, I thought it was just going to be like regular old mecha show.
Yep.
Wrong. So
should I watch it? Tell me I should watch it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's fucking savage, but you'll enjoy it.
All right.
I'll give you a quick
give me a rundown
with no spoilers. Basically, I can't remember the names of the kingdoms. I don't know if it's super future. I don't know if it's another fucking planet.
Alternate past.
I don't know if it's a galaxy far, far away.
Alternate dimension, is it that show we still got to watch and report back on? Whose movie we watched? Esca Flone.
Oh, yeah. Esca Flone.
Anyway.
Yeah, you need a course for that. Anyway, so the basic plot is Kingdom A wants to invade Kingdom B.
Okay.
So they build an army of AI spider mechs.
I mean, like you do.
That they immediately lose control over.
Oh.
And their kingdom
gets
And their kingdom gets wiped out.
Oh, that's fun.
So Kingdom B has to like scramble, and because I mean they're basically programmed to attack Kingdom B, even though they've smoked Kingdom A.
Yeah, so obviously still a problem.
Yeah. But anyway, it turns out they have like a 9-year shelf life or something without getting resupplied or repowered or whatever. So Kingdom B has to fight off these things for like 9 years till they just stop working. So Kingdom B is mostly, you get into some like real Nazi shit here. They're basically like fucking Aryan super race. They all have like silver hair and blue eyes.
Oh, of course.
So then all the fucking like dirty,
just exile.
All the dirty immigrants in there, they like consolidate.
Yeah, they use them as a meat grinder.
Yeah, they basically consolidate the entire like country into 85 different like sectors, and they put a big wall around it.
Hence why it's called 86.
And the 86 sector is where they kick all the immigrants out, like outside of the wall, and they give them spider mechs to fight in. Now, they tell all the people inside of the wall that they have, like...
AI spider mechs?
Fucking, like, remote-controlled spider mechs,
They clearly are not.
And they clearly are not. And, I mean, it's obvious that all the people that didn't have silver hair fucking disappeared. But so everybody just kind of pretends it's not happening.
Yep.
But anyway, so these battalions of immigrants that they're having, like, fight for them... They have, like, a handler, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, like through radio and, like, she just tells them what to do. Or he or whatever. This one happens to be a chick, who is, like, of the, silver-haired race. But anyway, and she thinks it's, like, most of them don't care. They just tell them to go die and whatever. She takes great offense to it because she's not a fucking savage.
That's good.
And she, like... tries really fucking hard to keep this her platoon alive, and she like tries to get them. She's constantly like talking to them like over the radio and shit, trying to get them to like trust her and that she's not as awful as the rest of them. Even though they obviously fucking hate her because like all their families are dead because they got murdered by these things and they're gonna die eventually. Because you got to wait out the 9 years and they're like running out of these people. You know what I mean? But anyway, so the whole thing is about, like, her trying to keep them alive and just talking to them remotely to try to, like, become, like, kind of friends. And, like, it's savage because, like, no matter what she does, they just keep dropping one after the other.
Because it's just
like,
horrific.
And at the end, I think there's, like, 4 of them left or something. But
Yeah, so it's like a Gundam show. Got it.
exactly. But it's like really savage. It's Hunger Games savage.
Okay.
And at the end, like they did a second season. I have not watched it yet.
Yep.
But I think like at the end.
Don't tell me too much about the end.
Yeah, I promise not to spoil it too hard.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm just saying, I highly recommended.
All right. Well, there's 2 seasons of it out, so
It was one
check
of
it out.
those seasons where there was like 40 fucking things to watch.
Yeah,
And
it
a bunch
happens.
of shit coming back, so it slipped through the cracks.
Feast or famine.
But I wanted to mention it because it's really fucking good.
One other thing I want to talk about before we get to the final thing.
Boom.
Legend of Galactic Heroes. Forgot to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
So
I gotta like make a list because I always forget.
yeah, there's one whole episode that we watched on Fezen, which is like the neutral planet. So there's 2 corridors that the Empire and the Free States Alliance or whatever can attack each other through.
Yep.
One of them has the Echelon Fortress that they're trying to like, they're fighting over, right? And that's where they got the ridiculous plan to like teleport a fortress. That's what the second episode is about. The first episode is about Fezen, which is the like kind of semi-neutral kingdom, although technically they're part of the Empire.
They're basically Switzerland.
Yeah, that operates the other corridor, and they're all sinister as fuck, up to sinister no good. They're working with like the Earth cult, which is like a crazy religion full of people that are infiltrated all over the place. Like,
Yeah, they want to like resurrect Earth.
so it really is just a hey, this is what's going on with Fezen episode, which is not the most interesting thing.
It's
But
gonna matter later though. 'cause
it's
they're-
important.
They're up to nefarious.
They're giving you
deeds.
important groundwork, so it's a cool episode just for that, and just it's more new characters, which God, like you don't have enough. And then the next episode is she's the secretary, whatever she is, to Reinhardt,
Yeah, it's his like assistant.
his assistant, and like kind of her point of view, walking around, talking to different people, and how she interacts with him, and Oberstein being evil as fuck because that's what Oberstein does.
He's a sinister motherfucker.
And then it's not Mindermeyer Royal the I can't remember the guy's name. One of the other admirals, the one who's going to be one of the 2 in charge of the basically teleport or warp a fortress in to fight the other fortress, which is crazy because no one's ever done that before, and it sounds like you could break the universe doing it, which doesn't sound
like
a
you
good idea.
could teleport like very small stuff. No one has tried to do anything like
Yeah,
that,
like
though.
up to like a ship you can do, but after that it's like, ooh, I don't know, like that's kind of big. We've never done it before.
Well,
He
it
did
seems
it.
like the size of a moon.
And that guy, he triggers so many death flags, I don't even know anymore. Like, if it's good writing, they won't kill him because he's triggered too many death flags to, like,
Oh yeah, he's like
die.
having his last day with his family.
Oh, my
He's
God,
like,
the death
Don't
flags.
worry about it. I'm gonna come back. Everything's gonna be great. It's
Every
gonna be
single one.
fine.
If Tamino was anywhere within a 100-mile radius, he'd be dead already. Like,
he's pushing the button.
holy
Kill him.
shit. Like, every death flag. So, the story's moving along. It's kind of you can tell they do this with this show. It's a little bit of an interlude before they're going to ramp back up. It seems like soon we're going to get another giant battle for Isolone Fortress. Fezen's going to make some moves, some evil political moves, maybe create a coup somewhere or something. Like,
It's a game.
stuff's about to pick up again. So it's a little interlude in between. I think this is about the point I stalled out on the original series when I watched it because it got a little slow. But I'm really enjoying the new adaptation. I know a lot of people like the original better. Got it. But
Feel free to just watch the old one.
yeah, exactly. It's all out already, so you may as well just watch it. It's on High Dive. Watch it all.
Boom.
And the side stories and the movies. I think literally everything is on High Dive. At least
Yeah,
all
I'm
the
pretty
major
sure.
stuff. But yeah, good show. Still recommend it. Didn't do it DC, whatever.
Sure.
Pretty good.
I'm
Anyway,
not French.
I didn't want to miss it because you said we talk about it. Anyway,
Moving
now we
on
should move on
to fucking Neo
to the final
Tokyo.
bit.
It was wacky as shit.
Neo Tokyo. So, man, this reminds me of the old days of anime where you'd get, like, crazy anthologies with just weird stuff. And it's interesting because this was done by the 2 of the founders of Madhouse.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Rintaro and Masao Maruyama.
Mm.
So, this is 87, 88. Let's see, what year is this?
I think it's 87.
Yeah, 87. 87. So it's a quote-unquote movie, but it's only 50 minutes long. So very short.
It's kind of Robot Carnival style where it's
Yeah.
like shorts.
I'll say up front, it's not as good as Robot Carnival. I'll say that up front, it's not as good as Robot Carnival.
No, not even close.
It's very cool, and regardless of anything we say after this, you should watch it. I'm gonna say that up front.
Oh, it's short. It's like definitely worth a watch.
This kind of like weird experimental anime like should be watched, and don't be put off by the first one, which is the weirdest. The other two are way more normal.
The first one is done in this
crazy.
weird, like it looks very French.
It looks
it's like
very
in this
French.
like bizarre, like surrealist style kind of.
Yeah, and it's like a little girl chasing her cat around.
And they're like, it's like very Alice in Wonderland.
They end up in another dimension.
Going through the mirror.
Someone watched Labyrinth
dimension.
and got mesmerized by David Bowie's package, so decided to do something even creepier, which is this Labyrinth world that also has freaking creepy ass mime looking clowns.
Mime looking clowns, like giant buildings walking around. It's very bizarre.
I say they got sucked into one of the webways and they're hanging out with Harlequins, but
It seems that way.
that's just me.
And everybody has giant pants.
Anyway, there's not much to say about the original one. The first one, Labyrinthos, is very. There's no plot. Like it
No
is
plot at
literally
all.
just
It's like
little girl chasing a cat.
some of the like still shots in the background are just gorgeous.
There's some
Like
really cool
I would
stuff.
love to like. There was a couple shots I would love to use as like either get a print of it or just use it as like a background on my computer because this is like so nice.
Yeah, it's just something to watch, and it's not super long. I think the first one is 10, maybe 15
Yeah,
minutes.
it's very short.
Very
You don't
short.
even have time to get sick of it, basically.
And it comes back at the very end for like a minute or two,
Yeah, just
to close everything out.
tie it all up.
It's very strange, but it's very cool. Anyway,
Second one's the best.
second one, Running Man.
Second one's fucking
So
metal.
Running Man's cool. It's unfortunately not the movie, but it's still pretty cool. So it's like the future, the gritty super future where like they're running basically a death race where
Yeah.
they put people, they basically strap them into these cars to fucking race. And there's one guy.
They're like going so fast.
Zach Hugh.
Yeah, they're going like so fast that they have to like you need like pure concentration or you die basically. So they like strap them in. They've got like these
like F-Zero
helmets
shit.
on that like they can only see straight ahead.
And the guy named Zach Hugh is like been the champion for 9 years or something.
10 years, I think.
10 years. Either way, he's like just a complete mess at this point. He's like,
Yeah, like
his brain doesn't even work except in the car.
like concentrating that hard juices your brain apparently.
And then all of a sudden, there's psychic power bullshit that he starts developing, like breaking glass around him and stuff's lifting up. And
Yeah, at one point he just like he basically murders everyone on the track with his mind. And like he wins, but he just keeps going.
yeah, it's crazy. There's a little bit of vanishing point in that ending.
Yeah, there really is.
Less cocaine, but yeah, it looks cool.
Listen, it was methamphetamine.
Again, very simple plot. Like I said, there's barely any dialogue, but it's just cool. It's cool.
The animation's really good. The
Yeah.
designs are super fucking
When the psychic
awesome.
stuff starts going, and it's very a lot of like I love like some of the faces and stuff. They're very not.
I was just
anime.
gonna say, I love his face when he's just like stuck in the car and he's like concentrating. It's like his eyes start bleeding and shit.
Yeah, he turns into a getter pilot,
He really does. Like,
and then you have construction cancellation order, which is the most normal of them.
it's so. This one was like actually kind of funny.
This one was funny,
I
so
enjoyed it.
it's sometime in the future. This company's got like a contract with some tin pot dictatorship in Southeast Asia or
Yeah.
South America or Africa or wherever, right? Like someplace to just build this. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. Some ridiculous entertainment complex, casino, everything, like whatever.
Yeah, who knows? It's just like some big building.
And it's
or
just
something.
some giant. It's monstrous. It's enormous. It's just they've set up all these robots there to build it. But
It's basically like an AI construction crew.
yes. And
And therein comes the problem.
guess what? It went haywire. So they send a guy in, a human, in because there was a cancellation order. They're like,
there was
there was a
there was
coup,
basically a coup. Yeah,
and the government of the country was like, cancel this project. It costs too much money. You're just throwing money away. So they send this guy in because the robots don't stop, and they're just like grabbing up natural resources that are worth a ton of money, like, and still building stuff. Like, grabbing up all the gold and whatever else and just building shit. So he has to go there to stop it, and like he runs into like the foreman robot who's just gone completely bonkers.
Yeah, it's like vibrating and like falling apart.
And when he first gets there, he gets his meal. He gets brought to his room. You can't tell this robot anything. It's like, we're going to do this. Like, you do what this robot says. And it gives him, like, a meal, and it's a real meal. And as it goes on, as the days wear on, it gets like worse and worse. There's nuts and bolts in it and like oil.
Eventually, there's like nothing edible. It's just like parts.
Yeah, it's just robot parts.
And
And
the
more robots keep breaking down all over the place and blowing up.
Because the foreman robot is obsessed with getting
He's like, no, the job will be done.
like on time.
And since there's less robots, he just keeps running the ones that are there to death.
And it doesn't he doesn't care. And like he will not listen to the guy trying to tell him
Not
to
at
stop.
all.
And basically he's just like, if you're telling me to stop, you're impeding my progress. And
Yeah, eventually he attacks the guy and locks him in the room. Actually fucks him up a bit. But then I don't know, the guy just goes crazy eventually. And
it beats the robot.
beats the robot to death. Then he's going to go blow the place up. And as he's going to like just blow the whole place up to stop it, you know, the company's trying to contact him. Be like, no, there was another coup. The contract's back on. Don't blow it up. Like,
yeah, it's like the last scene of him. Like
It's a
he's got
funny
like a
ending.
metal pipe and he's going to like the core or whatever. To just,
yeah, he's like
destroy
riding
it.
a robot.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's cool. Like the last one I like the best for sure. I know you like the second one the best. The second one is very cool. I think I like the last one the best. I love that.
I like the style of the second one the best.
Fair.
And I think the story is way better in the last one.
Yeah, the second one doesn't really have a story.
Because
So,
it was
yeah,
just
fair
cool.
enough. So that's Neo Tokyo. It's, you know, again, it's very Robot Carnival. I think Robot Carnival is better.
Probably.
Because I think Robot Carnival has better stories. Oh god, the one with the toy maker is just a fucking classic.
Super classic.
But yeah, that's Robot. I don't know what else. What is there anything else you want to say about it? I mean,
Not really. It's pretty basic.
it's got that very good. But apart from the first one, which is very crazy and Frenchy, it's got a very good
no anime in there. It's like just a weird French cartoon.
But the rest of it's a very good late 80s, very highly detailed animation style.
Yes.
Colors still look good. It's hard to find. You really got to search. It certainly wasn't streaming anywhere, so you probably have to.
I'd sail the high
You might have to
seas.
sail the seven seas a
It's
little bit.
very
but,
easy to find though if you want to go that route.
But if you can get it legit, like it's worth the money. Like if you could buy it for $10, $20, like I'd buy it. Like it's a cool thing
if I
to
could get a
have.
good Blu-ray of it,
Yeah, hell yeah.
because I mean the animation is worth it. I'd want to see it like on a decent sized screen with Blu-ray.
Very cool, and it's kind of the origins of Madhouse, which is cool too.
It is, and I mean it's 50 minutes, and it's like
It's 50 minutes.
stuff you probably wouldn't watch otherwise.
What are you gonna lose?
It's fun.
So, yeah, that's it.
Pretty much it. We're done for this week. Until
with
next
that,
time. Catch you later.
Peace. Well, that's all for today, everyone. We'd like to thank all of you for tuning into another episode of the Gaijin Animation Appreciation Hour. Please remember to like and subscribe, and may your entertainment be always, well, entertaining.